how different elements produce light. Also, different elements produce different color light, and different colors mean different line spectra, right? We already know about Bohr's atomic model, and according to Bohr, during change of energy state, electrons absorb or emit energy. Also, the energy of an electron in an atom can have only certain values like E1, E2, E3, etc. The states corresponding to these states are called stationary states. The lowest energy state of an electron is called ground state. An electron always tries to stay or come back to its ground state. Hence, excited electrons radiate electromagnetic energy, which causes emission lines in the line spectra. But these emission lines looked like a group of finer lines when observed through a spectroscope. So Bohr's model failed to account for splitting of line spectra. Thus, Bohr's model was adequate only for atoms having one electron. But Bohr's model could not explain the spectra of atoms containing more than one electron. Also, it could not explain the splitting of spectra into finer lines. German physicist named Arnold Sommerfeld added elliptical orbits in order to explain the splitting of lines in the line spectra. For example, he added one elliptical orbit in the second orbit, two elliptical orbits in the third orbit of the Bohr's atomic model, and this became Sommerfeld-Bohr's atomic model. Sommerfeld stressed on the fact that the periodic motion under the influence of a central force, which is force exerted by nucleus here, will lead to elliptical orbits. Though this model by Sommerfeld and Bohr could explain spectral lines in case of hydrogen atom, it could not explain spectral lines in case of atoms with more than one electron. It does not give information about the structure of atom. Also, there is no answer to the question, why does the electron in an atom revolve around the nucleus at certain fixed distances only? Hence, this Sommerfeld-Bohr's atomic model got rejected. You know, in 1926, Erwin Schrödinger, an Austrian physicist, said that electrons doesn't exist in specific orbit. Rather, it exists in a particular region of space around the nucleus. The region of space where probability of finding the electron is maximum is called an orbital. This model is known as the quantum mechanical model of the atom. So, how is this orbital? How many electrons can stay in an orbital? We shall know about this in our next lesson. Until then, bye-bye.